Good morning, morning. It is me again, Omoba Adewumi. Today, we'll be talking about the power of silence. The power of silence. Why we all, everybody, every one of us, man or woman, why we need to enjoy silence for our ori, our mental health, and for a peace of mind. Peace be unto you today. As we grow older, we become aware of the noises in the world, the noise around us. There's a lot of noises that we absorb consciously or unconsciously. Today, I want to teach you how to maximize the use of silence for your own benefits. I'll teach you the power of being alone, how to embrace it, and how to use it to better your life. I'll show you how to enjoy just you being in nature with no noise, just you, and how this can improve your general well-being, your mental health, and your physical health. I know it's tough to think you can exist without your phone, without your group chat, without your Tungba playlist. I know it's hard. However, the benefit outweighs every other thing else. Just the sound of silence, the trees, the birds is very important. Spend time in nature. Very important for our health. You see, in today's world, there's so much noise around us. There's always constant input, either from the phones, either from your personal phone, or your work phone, or your laptop, or your gadgets, or your friends, your WhatsApp, there's Facebook, there's TikTok updates, there's Instagram updates. It never stops. It never stops. There's music. There's always a lot going on. Always. There's a lot of podcasts, the traffic. We're getting so addicted. We're getting very, very addicted to being stimulated every time. We're being stimulated. The brain is being stimulated every moment. And guess what? Our brain sometimes does get overstimulated, overworked. It's like driving a car from morning till night. The engine, driving a car every day, 365 days a year. The engine will pass very soon now. You're driving it every day from 7 o'clock till 9 p.m. every day of the year. Come on. That's what we do to our brain when we overload our brain with so much. We overload our brain with so much going on. Emails, relatives, phone call, group chat. There's a lot going on. And I know, as humans, it's normal. We have to do these things because there's a lot of expectation. There's a lot of pressure, So it's expected to be like always available, always be there to help, always be there to give a listening ear to a friend. However, how are we looking after ourselves? Which is why we need to learn to take a pause, to slow down, find a way to tune in into yourself, which is where silence comes in. Àwọn Yoruba wọ́n ní tí irọ́ bá pọ̀ jù òtítọ sọnù. Meaning, when the noise is too much, the truth will be lost. This is not about other people lying to us. This is about you losing your inner voice. You, Gogo, losing your inner voice because you never gave it time to speak. Your inner voice, that little childhood inner voice that has always been inside of you since you were a child, that little inner voice is always there and has always been there. However, the noise from the world of today, the social media updates, the pressure from life, the hustle and bustle, they've silenced it to the point that inner voice, we don't even hear it anymore. And that inner voice is still there. And we need to find a way to become in tune with that inner voice again. Solitude, the power of solitude, being alone in a quiet environment, the power of solitude, it's huge. Most successful men and women in history, they have something in common. They find time for their inner voice, peace. They find a place quiet where they go to. Quiet where they go to. Quiet. Just the sound of wind and animals. There's power. There's power in that. Solitude is not loneliness. Don't mix them up. Solitude is the sacred space for you, for yourself. We can describe it as the spiritual voice. The spiritual fast from the chaos of the world of today. There are many ways you can tap into solitude, into the power of solitude. You can sit behind still water, like sit down near still water, like a lake, like a river. You can sit somewhere quiet and just watch birds, animals. Or just sit still and just listen to the world around you. There is power in that. That is where clarity comes in. Most times, that is where the decisions you've been struggling with become simple. Because your mind has been working, all of a sudden, everything slows down. No sound, no noise. That is where clarity comes. most times solutions come. Solitude, the power of silence. I don't know if you're a book reader, if you like reading books, but from my understanding and from the few that I've read, a lot of successful men in history, great leaders in history, they do something. They go for walk, quiet walk, just themselves alone. One of the greatest men in England, Winston Churchill, during World War II, during the war with Germany's Hitler, history has it that when Churchill wants to make any important decisions, sometimes he goes for a quiet walk, all alone by himself. It's powerful. I don't know if you've heard about the powerful walk. Walking has something to do with our mind and our brain. Especially no headphones, nothing, just walk in nature. Find a quiet place to walk. Just you by yourself and the sound of the wind, the birds, just you. You'll be surprised how powerful it is. It's very powerful. I personally have been doing this for, I'll say, about 10 years now, and it has worked wonders for me. Whenever I have any big important decision to make, even my family knows that, you don't disturb my walk. I'll get myself ready. It's either going to be a fast-paced walk or a gentle, slow walk. And it's going to be in the nature somewhere. In the woods, where there's trees, or the park. And most of the time, any issue bothering my mind, any issue, any problem, any chaos worrying me, family, or my business, or anything, just allow me that 15 minutes walk. I'll come back with an answer. 100%. I will come back with an answer. If it's a big issue that has to be dealt with and I have 30 minutes walk, let me go for that 30 minutes and I'll come back with an answer. That's the power of the mind. Learn to slow things down. Slow things down. You'll be surprised. The power of slow motion is like your brain is going through slow motion and you can see things more clearly. It's like somebody's just handed you a binoculars and say, hey, here's a pair of binoculars, have it. I know how powerful a binoculars is. Some you can see miles away, you know. If there's someone give you binoculars to come and look at your problem, or someone give you a lens to come and look at your problem, that's how it is. You know, you see clearly, you think clearly, everything becomes clearer. So that's the power of solitude, silence. I pray for you today, may your mind be clear, may your heart be light, and may your spirit always find stillness. It is me again, Omobadeomi. May peace be unto you. Odigba, my people. So that's the sound of horse. There are horses walking past. Eshi. So there's horses walking past. Eshi. That's the sound of horses. You can hear the hoofs on the ground. Yeah, I'm in the countryside. There's always horses around. Anyway, I wish you all the best. Have a good day. Bye.